hey guys. Michael Landau, right? You know Raging Honkies? Michael Landau, one of the greatest studio guitarists of the modern age. He had this band called the Raging Honkies, and their first album is called We Are the Best Band, which kind of rightfully so, because you've got Michael Landau on guitar, Abe Laboriel Jr. on drums, who is like I think he was born the best drummer in the world. And then Michael's brother Teddy, who's also a phenomenal bass player. It's a trio. Mike sings, and it's like raw Mike Landau through Plexi, through like super reverb kind of stuff, and it's in kind of the grunge era. So I think they were going for trying to be a hit band kind of. But I mean, even when it came out, I was like, this is not commercial at all, but it's amazing. The guitar playing is, and I love that song. I've always loved that opening riff, and it's so easy. It's just, it's just A minor pentatonic. Love that so much. So anyway, enough about the greatest guitar player of all time. Let's talk about that little slice of pie right there. So, my buddy Michael Toren let me borrow his super rare Roger Mayer 12AX7 guitar preamp. Now, it's essentially a Plexi preamp, and it's so fun. It's really, really amp-like, especially when you plug it into like a killer amp. I have it going into the Friedman Jake. So it's going from the Roger Mayer to the Friedman Jake into a load box, into the 2 Notes cab simulator right there, using one of my Big Hairy cabs, which sounds really awesome. It's a pretty cool little setup there. But the preamp is great. It's probably the best Plexi preamp I've heard. Now, I haven't heard the Synergy one, but I've heard a lot of preamps, and they all have like a Plexi channel, and this one is the coolest. And immediately it spoke to me as like Landau's Plexi stuff and Hendrix. Oh yes, that's right. Roger Mayer was Jimi Hendrix's guitar tech. Yes, and he invented the Octavia. So that guy knows some stuff. Yeah. The Octavia is that high whistly sound that I used in the leads on this. So, it works best around the 12th fret, neck pickup also. Pop in an Octavia. So it's that octave fuzz. I use a Clean Octave blend. It's a Prescription Electronics clone. And so you could dial that back. It's like a Doyle Bramhall trick. I usually use it more in this range. Which just makes it a little fuzzy and hairy and nasty, and it cuts through and everything. You could do heavier tones, and it just adds this cool bite. I really like that. The lead tone on that was a bit of the Clean Octave blend and the Duelist, the Tube Screamer side, just blasting all of that goodness. Yeah. All right, so let me show you a couple sounds on this thing. There's not much to show. It's got Volume 1, Volume 2, so that's like the normal and bright side of a Plexi. Bass treble, master, which is like the amp master volume, and then output, which is sort of separate for the preamp. And it comes in hot. If you're going through the effects return, it's just like goo goo gaga. It's loud. So I don't usually go in for this, is it position 2 or 4? This quacky. But with this preamp, it's that sound. It sounds good. And then the neck pick. So let's show you, here, this is all bright. I'm going to put the master up. That's why I don't switch that pickup selector switch, because I just knock it. I don't even remember what I was on, but it's just a nice sound. You know what? Let's do this. All right. Bring up some of that volume 1 to a little more treble, fix the Les Paul, a little more master. The bass always wants to get flubby, so I just leave it below noon. Let's go all output, all master, bright volume way up. So this is the you know, we could boost. This is the duelist pedal on the string singer side. Really good sounding pedal. I'm coming around on this tube screamery kind of thing, but you know, it's helping because this thing sounds great. Every time I get to this part, because I've watched that Oakland performance so many times, and someone wasn't on their cue or they were stretching, Ed goes back to the riff, so that's how I hear it every time. And then Dave comes in, so he adds a little like, oh, Dave's not here, I better start over. So yeah, I forgot what I was doing. Got into Van Halen zone. It always is a little loose. Let's go no bass. Where does that take us? Bass is halfway, and it does like a... kind of cool, kind of fun. Yeah. So it's a good sound. It feels vintagey and cool and real. But you know, it's always loose, so it's not for everybody. There's this kind of loosey-goosey thing to it. But super rad. There's a lot of fun to be had in here. Alright, I'm going to put it in the 112 in the room, give you some of that iPhone glory sound. Cables. You know. It's pretty loud. Lovely, right? That's awesome. Loud amps, more better. At the end of every video, I'm all sweaty because I've got one of those Nest thermostats in the studio, and it thinks that I want to die every time I start playing guitar. I don't know if there's like some sonic sensor, and it's like, oh, it's too loud. Let's turn up the heat on him. Hate that thing. Just give me the old-fashioned, 1978 thermostat. Shoosh. So here you go. Roger Mayer. What do we got on the back here? The input's on the back. That's kind of weird. Not much happening back there to look at. Has a connected cable, which sucks because it's kind of short. So I'd rather have a, what is that, IEC cable. And then here's the preamp. Not much going on in the front. You got a lot of knobs, or you got a lot of switches there. And not a lot of knobs up front. But it's tons of fun. It's great sounding. Super rare, so I don't know. Good luck finding one. I've been looking for one. Can't find it. None to be had. So I was glad to check this out. On to the next super rare preamp that we can't get. All right.